What's good, everybody? Welcome to the, CFP playoff halftime report. I'm your guy Cam Mars, joined by my guy Craig Jordan. Just want to hop in real quick and talk about this first half between Michigan and Alabama. Right now, Michigan's up 13-10. Definitely, I think a couple things we can take away from the first half. I don't know if you want to start the rundown of stats or to just hop right into it and talk about what we've been seeing.
Yeah, man. Michigan, it's been I don't know. The game could have went one or two ways early on. They came
Mhm.
out first play, almost an interception. Um, didn't establish himself out of bounds or inbounds, so they negated that. And then Michigan kind of dug in. Alabama scored early, and then Michigan dug in. JJ McCarthy came back with a touchdown drive. And since then, it's just been all Michigan, to be honest with you. I mean, the score is 13-10 right now, but for those of you who've been watching the game, Michigan's just dominated basically on all fronts. Alabama's been able to get some ball movement going, but that Michigan defensive line has been going crazy. 5 sacks on Jalen Milrow, and it's not looking like it's going to be a good day for him. So,
Yeah, yeah. First, like I said, 5 sacks in the first half, and it's been coming all different types of ways. It's been blitzing linebackers. It's been interior pressure. It's been outside pressure. Different type of ways to bother Jalen Milrow and give him different looks and try to confuse him. There's been a couple times where the middle's been open, so there's been pressure, and Milrow's been able to do what he does best, which is get into the open field and make some plays with his legs. We also were also towards the end of the half. Like I said, ball movement. They've been able to stretch the field a little bit at the end of the half with the deep ball. But like you said, if you've been watching the game, Michigan's definitely been more physical, trying to impose their will, trying to show that they're the tougher team, and try to obviously come into the second half and just kind of wear Alabama down. That's what looks to be Michigan's game plan. And you can't argue right now and say that hasn't been working because it has. Levi, if you were watching the game, you would know that when it was 13-7, it still looked different. Just due to Michigan being physical. And like you said, it could have went a different way. They caught a break with that Caleb Downs interception because his heel was out of bounds, which he never, like you said, never reestablished. Um, Samajas Morgan muff punt is when I thought, oh, this game may turn. Alabama may, jump out to a quick start and, get ahead of Michigan. Like I said, right now Michigan's maintaining. Michigan's winning the way that Michigan wins. Physical. They've been able to run the ball a bit. They've been able to throw the ball a bit. Nothing too over the top. They made and probably to them they probably like we need one or two plays, and we'll be able to just kind of grind this victory out. So that's my really quick takeaway on that. You got anything else to add?
yeah, I think honestly, for Michigan, I think they probably went into this game knowing, especially with that defense, and everyone has kind of said all year Michigan hasn't played anybody, et cetera, et cetera. And so that was the big question I had coming into it was like, okay, they played Ohio State and they played them really close. Would they be able to contain Milrow? And yeah, they've just been, yeah, I'm really shocked, flying around, causing havoc. And then on offense too, that this Michigan offense, I think not a lot of people give enough credit to JJ McCarthy and also Jim Harbaugh's play calling. I mean, he's drawing some stuff up that's leaving this Alabama defense just absolutely dazed and confused. And on both of those touchdowns, well, the first touchdown to
Yeah,
Blake Corum, they were
yeah,
clearly
yeah.
confused, wide open touchdown. The second one, um, that was
Tyler Moore just outran the guy. He just
yeah,
outran him.
Tyler Moore. Yeah, he just left him in the dust, bro. So here's the thing, though, and I know you called me a SEC fanboy on last night's pod, but but great coaches show up in these moments and make adjustments, and that's one thing that I'm waiting to see from Nick Saban. Like, what kind of adjustments is he going to make at halftime? Can he make that Nick Saban type call to turn a 3 point deficit into, like, let's say a 7 point lead? You know what I'm saying? And I've seen him do it time and time again. And so I don't think Michigan can really rest on their laurels at all. I think they got to go in and they gotta cut the head off at this point. Like, they got to
Yeah,
really impose their will.
yeah, and Bama gets the ball to start out the second half. And just really quick, yeah, the offensive coordinator, Michigan, Sharon Moore. and also defense coordinator Jesse Minter. And they highlighted that also, like on the broadcast, the offensively they've had a lot of different personnel groupings. There's been a lot of different people that touched the ball. They aren't just force feeding Blake Corum, force feeding Roman Wilson. There's been a lot of different people touching the ball. I'm not sure if Roman Wilson has a catch right now, but they've definitely been spreading it around. Everybody's been touching it, and on defense, like I said, giving a lot of different looks, inside blitzes, outside blitzes, a lot of different twists, a lot of different fronts and things like that. So a lot of different games on the defensive line. So they've been doing a lot of things, I think, to confuse that offensive line and also confuse Milrow. That first sack they went to go pick on Caden Proctor, who I think he cleaned it up towards the end of the season, but he didn't have the smoothest season as a freshman at left tackle. And they've definitely, like I said, they knew that, went there the first play, and they've also been, like I said, diversifying the blitzes, and also just being physical, man, hitting, like you said, flying around and doing what they need to do to try to wear the Alabama defense down. I mean, offense down. So like you said, Nick Saban, I'm pretty sure his staff, they're definitely in there getting some adjustments. Harbaugh, and also his staff, also, like, yeah, what you're doing has been working, but now there's a half of film on that. There's a half of they've been able to see it. What's your counter what's your counter to stay a couple steps ahead of them, to continue to be a couple steps ahead of Alabama, and to get that? Hey, Michigan wins. This is their first win in a playoff format. So um, they're halfway from handling business, and they can have that dub, and they'll be in the national championship if they can continue to do that. And like I said last week, I mean, like I said last night, I'm with Michigan. Go Boo today. So I'm a happy camper.
Yeah, yeah, and also I think I was just thinking. I think it's time for Alabama to start thinking about getting Miller out the pocket more. I've seen sometimes this season where Milrow might have roamed out of the pocket a little bit too prematurely, but today is the day. Like, if there's any day that Jalen Milrow needs to get his ass out of that pocket, it is today, because Michigan is going to keep coming. They're keying off on him. And yeah, like you said, Michigan, this will be their first playoff win. And I was thinking this whole first half, I was like, Michigan's kind of, they've been here before. You know what I'm saying? Like, the last 3 years. And each year they've gotten closer. The Georgia game in 2021 got away from them. Last year, TCU barely scraped by. If there's any year that Michigan could do it, it could be this year.
It definitely could be this year. And then one last thing I was going to say, the one knock against Michigan I have against them right now is you have to clean up these special teams mishaps. You got the muff punt with Samaj Morgan, and then also the extra point, bad snap, and you didn't get that extra point. So hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt them. But you do not want that in the second half. You need to clean up that operation and have that clicking on all cylinders, because you can't, in a game this tight, you can't have those mistakes.
hmm Also, shout out JJ McCarthy. That was a hell of athletic play
Oh yeah,
to
yeah, on the double
recover.
pass.
Yeah, to
Yeah,
recover the double pass and then get the ball down the field too for 20
yeah.
yards. I was like, whoa, like that. That was, I have my knocks on JJ McCarthy, but he's showing up, bro. He is showing up.
Yeah.
And then
And
shout
this
out
is the
to
game. Sorry, this is the game where you can't be a game manager. There's going to be a couple plays you have to make.
hmm Also, shout out to him. They were talking about on the broadcast as well that JJ McCarthy practices mindfulness and meditation. Shout out to him for keeping his mind even keeled. Especially, it's showing like he's definitely composed against this Bama team. That, man, they're looking for what, their eighth national championship.
A million national championship.
Yeah, I don't know, since we've been in since 2010, like five, six, seven. I don't know how many, but yeah, it's gonna be a good
No,
second half. This is gonna be a
yeah,
classic, I think.
no, fact. So we appreciate y'all for listening. We just want to hop on it real quick. Maybe we might be on here for the Sugar Bowl. I'm on Midwest time. He's on West Coast time. We'll see what the clock's looking like at that time. But I'll give a quick shout out to the Florida State fan that cursed me out on Twitter after he saw yesterday's video. Appreciate it. Thank you. And we'll catch y'all. We will catch y'all maybe in the second half of that Sugar Bowl game, and if not, we definitely will catch y'all sometime this week.
Awesome.
And
We
just
out.
like that, we out.